Mindy, how's it going?
I'm doing well, Tony. How about yourself?
Doing great. All right, here we go tonight. We're going to the NFL. With you tonight, you're going to be looking at some player props here tonight as the Raiders take on the Rams.
Yeah, I promised Dave today from the morning steam show that I would go over some player props because we forgot to do it here on this morning's shows here. I think it's going to be interesting here, the makeup of this game here. I don't know if you guys did, but it kind of reminds me of the book of Tale of Two Cities. I had to read that one in high school. But the first line of the book is it was the best of times and it was the worst of times. This is a different Raiders and Rams team. If you take a look at them, weeks 1 through 10, then 11 through 13. So do we get the worst of these teams here for the Raiders or the best, right? So right now, I mean, if you take a look at the Raiders, they are they are the best in the NFL, 5.9 yards per carry here, where they were 29th before in weeks 1 through 10. The Raiders only had one sack week 1 through 10, and now have 11 in weeks 11 through 13. So I kind of think we're getting this new look Raiders team. And then the Rams did nothing but pass the ball weeks 1 through 11. Now they have this, a little bit of maybe quarterback controversy, perhaps, but they've been running the ball now. Multiple facets here of the offense, using a little trickery, jet sweeps. I mean, they're going over 100 yards, but it's not with their running backs; it's with their wideouts, and they're keeping everyone here on their toes. And I think that's what they're gonna probably have to do here with the Raiders tonight. All right, so that's kind of the rundown of how I think this game might go here overall. So we're gonna get into these player props here. So I don't know. Maybe this one will be a little bit obvious, maybe not. But we'll be taking Davante Adams here, over 87 and a half receiving yards here, at minus 115 over the last 5 weeks. Davante's averaged 132 yards per game. And the Rams defenders have given up at least 166 yards per game to wideouts, which ranks them in the bottom five of the NFL. Now, I know Ramsey has limited Davante to 8 catches for 86 yards here in the past. But again, I think we're getting a new look Raiders team here today. And again, this brings me into my next one then. That's going to be that we're going to say that the longest play or the catch for Davante is going to be over the 26 and a half yards today. You can also get that one at minus 115. We know Derek Carr is one of the most accurate, passers here, deep ball passers, especially in the NFL here. I think that, he's really going to turn to Davante in this one, especially because I think Carr's going to have a little bit more time today with Donald out. Also think here that as we get into these red zone areas, the Rams team, they're, top five or could be considered, maybe I think second in, red zone defense. So I think they might have to look to the pass here in this one today. And also maybe, it's a 15-yard pass play and yards after catch gets you over that 26 and a half yards here today. And then lastly, I think because of, the deep ball threats, I think Carr might have to, get passes out a little bit quicker than usual to keep this Rams team here on their toes. I think Derek Carr is going to go over 250 yards passing here today. There was only one other time this season he has not made it over 250 yards passing, and that was when he was at 248, with the Colts here again. So these Raiders, they rank 28th in the red zone, themselves. That's why I think this one might be, a little bit more high scoring here today. I expect then to, Carr not just to be handing the ball off, full time here. I do think he's going to have to pass the ball here today and get him up over those yards. So those are my 3 player props here for today, Tony.
All right, Mindy here with 3 player props for you here on the show. Davante Adams over 87 and a half receiving yards, minus 115. Longest reception over 26 and a half for Davante. And then, of course, Derek Carr over 250 passing yards here at minus 115. Yeah, I'm there with you there. When you look at the Rams pass defense over the three games, they're getting torched here. They're giving up over 300 yards passing per game. And of course, as you mentioned, Donald out is a big deal here for the Rams pass rush. They're also going to be out with the linebacker. They have a corner that's also questionable in this game. And of course, we don't have to worry about the Rams offense. Well, maybe you should, because more opportunities for the Raiders, right? If they're having struggles moving the football, then the Raiders will have more possessions in this game. So that's something also to factor in. And of course, there'll be about 63% Raider fans at this game, according to some of the ticket brokers. As of course, the Raiders come to Southern California, they're going to flock over here. And not only from Vegas, there's a huge fan base for the Raiders out here in Southern California already. And I know many of them. And there's some. They'll be in attendance. They'll be in attendance. They'll be in attendance today. So you guys can check that out. And and also too, as you mentioned here about handing the football off, when you go back and look at the coach here for the Raiders, a former Patriot offensive coordinator. If you remember back with the Patriots day, they pretty much preserved their running backs. They'd run them hard. Then they would run with the carries. Remember, they used to have a lot of running backs carry the football. I know they're very dependent on Jacobs, but I can see this as an opportunity. Hey, it's a short week. We've asked a lot from Jacobs over the past couple of weeks. Let's kind of cut down the carries. We can beat this team through the air and kind of move the football through the air. And let's just try to preserve Jacobs for the close of the season.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with that. That's why I think, you might get, one of those, I kind of looked at maybe that over 6.5 receptions for Jacob, because I think that, he may actually have a better chance at that rather than, I don't really think, like you said, that they're going to put him in that situation of the ground and pound, especially when, we know that red zone defense is stout. We know that the rush defense is pretty stout here for the Rams as well. So, I mean, I do think there is, some concern with Jacobs going ahead and getting a lot of, rush attempts here today. I would see more outlet passes, just in case they're starting to get to, Carr a little bit. So, yeah, I mean, I tend to agree with you there that Jacobs isn't going to be the main focus of this game here today.
Yeah, with no Donald, and of course the Rams giving up 300 yards passing over their past three games. I think there's an opportunity there to beat them through the air and kind of run the ball through the air and try to limit the Jacobs' run between the tackles in this short week. I was making a note here with that McCaffrey last year, right? When he was injured in that Thursday night game for Carolina early in the season. Of course, they asked a lot of him. And it just came to mind again when you're asking a lot of a running back. These short weeks are something you've got to be very careful with. All right, we got Mindy here. Devontae Adams over 87.5 receiving yards. Long reception over 26.5. Plus Derek Carr over 250 passing yards. And this game will be, of course, at 8:15 Eastern Time over on Amazon Prime. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at Tony's Picks for today's action. Of course, great results NHL as well as NBA. You're putting some good numbers in the NBA as well. And, of course, tonight we've got NBA action as well as games here on the ice, college hoops as well, NFL game. What do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, I mean, so it's kind of a small card here today for the NBA, but I did find one play that I really like, so I did go ahead and put that one up as my best bet. I am on a pretty good run, like you had said, 15-7 plus 730 units here. And also, if you just take a look at just my totals that I've been putting up for NBA, since Tony gave us this nice new feature for all you folks to check out, I'm 41-28. Plus 1,007 units just on the totals here this season. Then I have 3 plays in the NHL tonight. I swept again yesterday, went 2-0. Plus 1955 units there. And then also on a 28-9 run on the totals. So plus 1835 units there. Do have, a couple of, I think, pretty good, nice plays here in college basketball here today. And then you can also check back between 4 and 6 p.m. here Central Time. May have a late steam play coming in for college basketball. I'm looking at a total. I'm hoping it comes in at a point or so better. If that does occur, I will be in there in action on the late steam. And if you take a look at my late steam for college basketball, I am 13-8 when it comes to those last, minute plays or last 2-hour plays, I guess you would say. 13-8 there, plus 410 units on the late steam. So be on the lookout, and you can find that over on the home screen. If you go ahead and go down, or I guess you could find it on my All Cappers tab as well. You see a little notation in green that will say late steam, and so that's a play that you should be looking out for there. And then also, I'm part of the morning steam team with all of our chatters out there, and Ramon, our awesome host. And if you take a look at that, we're 16-6 plus 940 units there on the totals as well. So been hitting pretty hot here in the totals. We're kind of running that way here today a little bit too. I think those have been my best plays as of late, so going to stick with that. And so anyway, you can go ahead and check those plays out. Come back between 4 and 6, see if it's on there. You can also go ahead and think about maybe getting something a little bit longer term, month-long package, where it will get you into some of those bowl games already. And also get the bigger bang for your buck. So the more you can minimize the cost per play, the more money that goes back in your pocket. And take that 20% off code using Tony T at checkout.
That's right. Get on board with Mindy Hahne over at Tony'sPicks.com. We showed the great records she put up there in NHL as well as in the NBA over the past 7 days. They've been pretty impressive. With Mindy here posting from the NBA 730 units of profit over the last 7 days. In the NHL, it's been well over almost 2,000 units of profit for tonight from Mindy over at Tony's Picks. Mindy is in action here with an NHL 3-pack as well as a big 7-pack here from crossing over 4 sports here: NFL, NHL, NBA, and college basketball with that 7-pack. And of course, we got Mindy here with a bookie buster best bet. A lot of best bets here on the board tonight from NHL, NBA, NFL. And as Mindy was talking about, the long-term passes will serve you well. We've got the 1-month all sports pass. Of course, that will include all 41 bowl games because this pass will expire on January 7th. So all the 41 bowl games in action here, all our NBA, all our NFL, all our NHL in that 1-month all sports pass. Also, you can also try Mindy out with that 3-day all sports pass if you just want to try it out today. Instead of buying all these plays individually, she does have a 3-day all sports pass, which is a really good value there at $99. Of course, remember that promo code Tony T at checkout will knock 20% off. That will turn that pass to a $79 pass for that 3-day all sports pass. Of course, you could use it as many times as you want. You want to buy multiple packages with that, you can. I will make note here on this 3-day all sports pass because that also includes all of Mindy's late steam plays. And Mindy mentioned that we allow our cappers now at many sites, they put a time restriction on when you can post your picks. With us, like we're the same with all our members' picks. We want them in by 11 a.m. Eastern time. But after that, a lot of site owners don't want you putting anything in there because the customers will not get those plays, right? Well, what we've done here at Tony's Picks is we incorporated a late steam feature where the cappers can post a pick between 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time. Any customer who is subscribed to a long-term pass for any of our handicappers, whatever length of time it covers, as long as that day is covered, whether it's a 1-year pass, 30-day pass, 3-day pass, as long as that day is part of that pass, that late steam play is emailed you directly to your inbox, and it's the email that you use to sign into our site as a member. So the late steam plays 10 minutes between 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time. Any capper that puts in those plays within that time frame, that pick as a Mindy's long-term subscriber, that pick is emailed right into your inbox. There's no sign-in process. We get you the pick right in your box, and you will have a 5-minute exclusive period there to take action. And after 5 minutes, it gets put for sale on the pick ticker. So you got a 5-minute exclusive window there with that late steam play. So keep an eye on that 3-day pass. I think the 3-day pass, if you want to try out Mindy instead of buying the plays individually, just get the 3-day pass, because when you do the math, it's $99. You take the 20% off, it's $79. It's a very good value there. It's almost like $27 a day. So get that 3-day pass for Mindy. I know it's not profit guarantee, but again, the price is it's a really good price there, right? You can't beat it. So the 3-day pass is a really good package just to get introduced to Mindy's service. The individual plays are there, but again, if you're looking for the best value, I really think that the 3-day pass, especially as Mindy has high velocity of late steam plays in there, she does put some in there. I don't know what the velocity red runs, but I see a lot of hers up there. But you will get those in your inbox, and that's probably that's very valuable there, because those late plays are going to hit a higher rate, because again, all the late information's in. We'll get the better number and so forth. So that 3-day pass is a great value there, so get on board with it. Of course, don't forget to use that promo code with Mindy. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. That will knock off $20 off that 3-day all sports pass. You can access Mindy's page by clicking the link you see in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, and you'll land on Mindy's page. And there you go. Just scroll down. You look for the yellow here, and you'll find Mindy's 3-day pass. All right, Mindy, we've also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks Mindy, so people on Twitter can find other picks there from you that you released.
Yeah, that's right. You can just go to Tony's Picks Mindy on Twitter, and we put out additional free picks for you there. So you get a ton of variety of picks from all the cappers at tonyspicks.com. Then go ahead and, like I said, go ahead and do a like and then click on the notifications so you get those every time we put those out. Usually come out about 1 p.m. Central Time every day, so it gives you ample time to get more plays in there as well. And then also you can catch me and Ramon in the mornings. Tomorrow we get a day off to sleep in a little bit, get recharged here for the weekend. But yeah, come Saturday we will be doing, a little bit of college football, just a little bit. And then, of course, we're going to go through all of the cards for the NBA and NHL. And then also you'll find some college basketball. We usually go ahead and pick out, the best matchups of the day, as many as we can do to keep our, number of plays around 20, 25 per day that we offer you, so we don't have to keep you for too long. We try to do an hour, hour and a half or so every day where you can get the morning steam. And that's where we have Ramon. He's already out there. He's ahead of me when it comes to these college football bowls. He's already on top of the steam, already putting plays in there. So it's a good time to make sure you watch the show, get in the chat room. We had lots of folks in there today helping us out with the plays. We got a lot of educated folks in there helping us out with getting those. And we've been hitting at, like I said, pretty high ratio here as of late. So we're ready to keep, that going as well. So hopefully you can join us 8 a.m. Saturday through Thursday.
That's right, 9 a.m. Eastern time, whereas Mindy's on Mindy time. It's 9 a.m. Eastern time there, 8 Mindy. So, guys, check out Mindy and Ramon here on the Morning Steam, Saturdays through Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern time, 8 a.m. Mindy. And you guys will be able to get all the nice plays there from Mindy. And, of course, make sure you check them out there. And, of course, Mindy's on the Twitter, Tony's Picks Mindy. Check it out if you would. All right, Mindy, as always, great having you show. Keep up that great work, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one.
You got it. Mindy Hahne here on Game.